Next question is the case of maximization. Four students, Oshe, Chinonso, Vivienne, and Mary, have been selected to represent Business Administration and Management Department in a quiz competition involving mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. From past record, the average performance of these four students in each of these subjects are given in the table below in percentage. So that's to say for Oshe, his performance in mathematics is 80 and Nonso is 70, Vivienne 85, Mary 60. And for physics, these are their different scores in percentage. The objective of the department is to win this competition by scoring high mark in each of the courses, and as a result wants to assign a particular course to each student. A. Provide the best assignment that will help the department realize its objective. B. What is the maximum possible mark the department is expected to score in this competition? So we are going to use the case of maximization to assign each student to a particular subject. So stay tuned as I put you through on how to solve this case of maximization. This one is row maximization. We are going to write out the highest score each of the students had. So for Oshe, he had 80. You see, you can say 80, 50, 75, 65. So we write 80. Then for Nonso, the highest score he had is 90. So we write 90. For Vivian, the highest score she had is 90. So we write 90. And for Mary, the highest score she had is 80. So we write 80. Remember, it's a case of maximization. So what we do here is row maximization. We identify the highest score each of them had and write it down. So the next thing to do is we are going to subtract the highest score, that is the row marks, from every other element in this. So we're going to do 80 minus 80, 50 minus 80, 75 minus 80, 64 minus 80, and then we do the next ones: 70 minus 90, 68 minus 90, 40 minus 90, 90 minus 90, and the same thing here. Next thing to do is, remember, we've already subtracted the row maximum from each of the elements here. We did 80 minus 80 is 0, 50 minus 80 is 30, 75 minus 80 is 5. Then you don't need to include the negative sign, because we know that 50 is less than 80. But what you have left is 30. So you don't have to include minus 30 here. You just write down the 30 here. So the next thing we are going to do is to look for the column minimization. We look for the smallest number or element in each of the column. So for the first column, the smallest element there is 0. Then for the second column, we have 30, 22, 15, and 10. The smallest element there is 10. And for the next one, the smallest element is 5. The last one, the smallest element is 0. So these are the column minimization. So we go over to the next one. For the column operation, the first thing we need to do is to minus the column minimum from all the elements. So what we are going to do now is, we have the column minimum. The first one is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Then 20 minus 0 is 20. Then 5 minus 0 is 5. 20 minus 0 is 20. The next one we have 10. 30 minus 10 is 20. 22 minus 10 is 12. 15 minus 10 is 5. And 10 minus 10 is 0. The next one is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. 50 minus 5 is 45. 20 minus 5 is 15. 25 minus 5 is 20. The next one is 16. 16 minus 0 is 16. 0 minus 0 is 0, 0, 0. So this is the what we do is to cover all zeros. And remember I told you in my previous video that you need to start with the column or row with the highest number of zero. So we have to scan through. The first row has 2 zeros, second one 1, the third one 1, and the last one has 2 zeros. We check for column. This one has 1, 1, 1, and 3. So we will draw a vertical line to cover the one with the highest zero. So here we have 1, 1, and 1. And here we have 2 zeros, no 0, no 0, and 1. So we cover here. And the last one, which is there. So our number of rows, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Our number of rows equals to 4. And number of lines, 1, 2, 3. Number of lines is 3. 4 is not equal to 3. Therefore, no solution yet. Now the next thing to do is to identify the least uncovered elements. So if you don't really understand, I will refer you back to my previous video where I explained everything there that you need to know. Now, we identify the least uncovered elements, which is we have 20, 12, 25, 5, 5, and 15. So the least uncovered element here is 5. So we are going to subtract 5 from every other uncovered element, and we will add it to this point, to this place where the two lines meet. We are going to add 5 to 16 and to this 0 here. So let's do it together. And every other element remain the same. So we have the 0, 20, 0. We add 5 to this point where the two lines meet. So 16 plus 5 is 21. So we subtract 5 from the uncovered elements. So 20 minus 5 is 15. 12 minus 5 is 7. 45 minus 5 is 40. Then the 0 remains. Now we minus 5 from this uncovered element. 5 minus 5 is 0. 5 minus 5 is 0. 15 minus 5 is 10. The 0 remains. Now these other ones remains constant. 20, 0, 20. We add 5 to this point where the two lines meet. 5. Now we have to cover all zeros. Remember what I told you, we have to check for the column and row with the highest number of 0. Here we have 1, 2, 2 zeros. We have 2 zeros, 1 0, 2 zeros. We check for the rows, 2 0, 1 0, 3 zeros, and 1 0. So we cover the one with the highest number of 0. 1. Then we check for here, we have 1 0, 1 0, 1 0, 1 0. We have 2 zeros, 1 0, 1 0. So we cover the one with the highest number of 0. So here we have 1 0 and 1 0. You can choose to cover your line horizontally or vertically. So let's just cover it vertically. You draw your line. So number of rows equals to, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Our column is 1, 2, 3, 4. So our number of rows and column is 4. The number of lines equals to 4. So 4 is equal to 4. Therefore, there is a solution. The next part is the optimal table. Here we assign the tasks to the different students. Remember what we are asked to do. The students are about to engage in a competition in these subjects, and the school wants to allocate, or the department wants to allocate each student to a particular subject based on the one they are good at. So we have Oshe. Oshe has 2 zeros. Now, in allocation of assignment, we will have to start with the ones that have the rows that has only 1 0. So Oshi has 2 zeros here. Nonso has 1 0. So we'll assign the subject biology to Nonso. Then Vivian has 3 0 and Mary has 1 0. We'll assign physics to Mary. Then for Oshe has 2 zeros and Vivian has 3 zeros. We have already assigned biology to Nonso. Now for Vivian, we have already assigned physics to Mary. So we'll assign mathematics to Vivian. What it means is that Vivian is good at both mathematics, physics, and biology. But we have assigned it out to other people. So we assign mathematics to Vivian. And the last one, which is chemistry, we assign it to Oshe. We've already assigned the courses to the students. So based on from our question, for Oshe, chemistry is 75. So we're just going to calculate their scores. 75. Then for Nonso, biology is 90. For Vivian, mathematics is 85. And for Mary, physics is 70. So we sum it up, and our final answer will be 320. 320, that is the maximum possible mark that they will get. The maximum possible time mark that they will get.